How terrifying can it be when a 45-year-old leftover woman finally wakes up?
就说其实真的不是说我们要求太高，把自己吊起来卖，真的去看看这些男的太没办法入法眼了。
The woman believes that the reason she's still single at her age is not because her standards are too high, but because the men she's encountered are all in very poor condition themselves. However, by the year 2024, the number of leftover women in China has reached a staggering 100 million, with some matchmaking markets having a male-to-female ratio as extreme as 1 to 40. That means one man is being fought over by 40 women. And as Chinese women become more self-aware, this bloody reality only continues to intensify. Xu Jun, 45 years old from Shanghai, was bullied by her classmates growing up, forcing her to become extremely strong. Maybe only by covering herself in spikes could she protect herself from getting hurt. Today, she is a belly dance instructor with a stable income and lives independently. But she has always been troubled by emotional issues. Unlike other leftover women, Xu Jun has had a very rich romantic history. She has even been married twice. With her stunning beauty and tall, slim figure, she has never lacked suitors. But despite putting her heart into every relationship, she never got the love she wanted in return. Her first marriage was relatively happy, but the man was extremely insecure. He would repeatedly check her phone, and even when Xu Jun didn't return home at night, he would go crazy. As a belly dance instructor, it's natural for her to attend social events with clients after work. His clingy behavior suffocated her, and she had no choice but to end the marriage. Her second marriage came more than 10 years later. This man wasn't as clingy as the first husband, but while giving each other space, she discovered a big problem with him.
上班的时候中间就溜出去打麻将啊，怎么样？然后我就觉得这个男人好像没办法办了。
Xu Jun attributed both failed marriages to her poor judgment in men. After suffering such emotional blows, she poured all her love into her pets. Every day after work, she would rush to rescue stray cats and dogs, then recruit caring people to adopt them. After living like this for several years, Xu Jun found herself increasingly unable to tolerate the loneliness of being single. Driven by her longing for love, she entered another sweet romance. This time the man was 10 years younger than her, and he happened to be exactly her type, chubby and fair-skinned. But once again, fate didn't smile upon her.
只是很多问题，因为他有家，我告诉我自己的东西是。我跟他有这样一段感情的东西的话，不是我的错，也不是他的错。
Xu Jun believed that as long as there was true love, even if the man already had a family, it wouldn't affect the relationship between her and her boyfriend. As long as she could be by his side, she could become the cutest little girl. But the man didn't think the same way. After all the romantic moments they shared, he heartlessly abandoned her. This pushed Xu Jun, who was already in pain, to the brink of collapse. Yet she still couldn't figure out what went wrong. So the production team decided to first have a thorough conversation with Xu Jun, and then help her truly resolve her issues. During the talk, Xu Jun shared her early experiences of love back in elementary school. In 5th grade, she met a boy she really liked. After her bold pursuit, the two became a couple. She thought he would cherish and protect her, but to her shock, he actually teamed up with other girls to bully her. That's when Xu Jun stopped trusting anyone. After getting a basic understanding of the situation, the counselor believed that Xu Jun deliberately masked herself as strong, but in reality, she was just a very fragile little girl. So the production team decided to arrange an emotional release training session for her.
我记得你过去是发生过很多的事情，想起这些不开心的事情，还有这些内心里面的愤怒发泄出来。
Before the coach even finished speaking, Xu Jun burst into tears. Recalling her many painful emotional experiences, she released all her negative emotions onto the coach.
我是很可爱的，我是最好的，我是最好的，我是最好的。
After this emotional training, Xu Jun realized that she was actually an outstanding woman. She was also smart and powerful. Seeing the early success of the session, the production team decided to build on the momentum. They began by examining Xu Jun's wardrobe choices. Xu Jun shared that she often deliberately chose sexy and alluring clothes for her dates, because that's how she could show off her perfect figure. But this also brought her many problems.
所以一般男孩子啊，看到我的感觉是说想搞定我，不是说想跟我谈朋友的那种感觉。
To solve the problem, the counselor decided to run a small experiment. First, she asked Xu Jun to wear one of her favorite outfits. Then, they had her stand in front of a store window to let passers-by comment on her outfit.
有点路，就比较性感的。气质一般吧，反正我觉得只要上面太暴露，就看起来不怎么样。
Being too revealing and lacking elegance became Xu Jun's biggest issues. The fashion coach then designed a customized dating outfit for her based on her personal traits. After careful styling, Xu Jun's entire aura transformed dramatically. So the production team arranged a blind date for her. But since Xu Jun was already 45, men of her age group were either too outstanding or had overly high standards. As a result, the only matches available were very average men. This was a big gap from the high-income, handsome, and successful men Xu Jun had been hoping for. The men thought Xu Jun had a nice body, but they did point out flaws in her skin.
你们的皮肤都很干，是不是你们老熬夜，防晒功夫做得不到位。
Xu Jun felt that facing such arrogant men, she'd rather grow old alone. In the end, the blind date ended in failure.
To many people, leftover women like Xu Jun are just too picky, or that they deserve to be single. But if you truly step into her world, you'll see. It's not that she doesn't want love. It's that every time she gives her heart, she ends up disappointed. It's not that she's too strong, but that reality has forced her, year after year, to rely only on herself. She's dreamed of a passionate love, and she's also tried settling for less. She's dressed seductively to attract the right one. She's also tried being gentle and thoughtful, just hoping to be treated with care for once. But in the end, she realized, no matter how hard she tried to adapt, fate wouldn't be any kinder because of it. The greatest sorrow for many leftover women isn't that no one loves them. It's that they no longer dare to believe that anyone in this world would still approach them just for their sincerity. So they try desperately to improve themselves, yet become more and more alone. They long for love, yet fear being hurt again. They want happiness, but no longer know whom to trust. You can say she's too dramatic, too stubborn, or too sensitive. But maybe this is exactly the true portrait of so many women in our era. So here's the question. In today's society, does a 45-year-old woman still deserve to find love? Please share your thoughts in the comments. I'd really love to hear what you think. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. See you in the next one.